Hello, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Press the Action Button podcast here on digital-delirium.com. It is E3, and as always, as customary with E3, I have my good friend Eric here with me. Say hello.
How's it going?
And we're going to wrap up E3 and the big press conferences, and boy, is there a lot to wrap up. I watched everything except for the PC conference, which was 2.5 hours, and evidently it sucked.
Yeah, I couldn't have cared less about that. Not my thing.
Yeah, I enjoy PC gaming, but I'm usually more of a console gamer. And don't get me started on the stupid fucking console wars where the PC gamers act like they're better than people who play video games on consoles.
Oh, God,
because they don't realize that there's advantages to playing on a fucking console.
You know, I use a MacBook because, with, editing photos and everything. So I use a Mac. I don't even have a PC, and I don't even fucking care to have one. I remember I had one back in the day, and just trying to play a game on it was a nightmare. So I've always been a console guy, and I always will be. That's not going to change.
Yeah, okay. What do you want to do first? Do you want to do them in the order that they happened, or do you want to do the big three and then do the others?
I'd say do the big three.
Okay. In that case, let's start off with Microsoft. First off, I think this was Microsoft's best show since before they showed the Kinect as Project Natal all those years ago.
It was a really good conference.
I have a major problem with it, but yeah, this was what they needed to do. They didn't mention the Kinect one single time. They didn't mention TV. They didn't mention Last.fm or the NFL or anything else that gamers there are not going to give a fuck about.
Yeah, no, I mean, Kinect is dead. They realize, the TV thing works. There's really not much else to talk about on it. I mean, they covered pretty much what it does. You connect your cable box to your Xbox, and hey, it works. So I don't really, luckily they didn't have to tell us that twice. I mean, yeah. This year they focused on games, which is exactly what they should have, and I thought it was a great conference. I mean, the big thing with announcing backwards compatibility that's going to be, right now there's a few games, and then in the fall it's going to expand considerably. I think that's huge.
Yeah, and Sony needs to take note and do this.
Yeah, I was reading a lot of things where they said, this is a big move by Microsoft, and now everyone's going to kind of look towards Sony and say, hey, people want this. This has been something that, I wanted. I have both, and I'm extremely happy that they're doing backwards compatibility for the Xbox One.
Yeah, Sony would come out and steal their thunder, but we'll get to that next. We've got to talk about Microsoft. Microsoft, they had a great show. My one problem with this show is that they showed, 18 games or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, and probably 12 of those games they had no gameplay for. That kind of irked me.
Yeah, I remember before E3 started, I was wondering if this was going to be one of those years. You know how it kind of goes every couple of years where you get that one year that most of the stuff is just big CG trailers for hey, we're announcing this game, next year we're going to show gameplay.
Yeah, and I wanted to see gameplay on ReCore because that was a cool trailer,
Yeah, I'm a massive Gears of War fan, so I know they had said hey, we're gonna do one, a long time ago for the Xbox. So I'm waiting, and then it was a trailer, and it's oh well, it's coming out holiday of 2016. I was I was hoping for a little bit more of it.
Yeah, they did show a little bit of gameplay though in that.
Yeah,
one,
but
so
you have to wonder if that was really the game,
Yeah, you do. Is it just me, or did the two characters in the supposed gameplay of Gears of War look a little bit skinnier and a little bit less bulky than we're usually used to seeing from that series?
Yeah, I agree. I think they're going to change it up pretty good. They want to distance themselves from, what the hell's that guy's name? Cliffy B. Yeah, hilarious little fucking turd. I think they want to distance themselves a little bit from what he did, which is a good idea, but still keep the core gameplay intact.
Yeah, and that I don't even know why I noticed that. I was like, are those characters skinnier than they used to be? So kind of a funny thing to notice, but yeah, backwards compatibility was huge. I love that they're adding that into the Xbox One. It sounds like they're going to implement it slowly over time, so it sounds to me like they're going to gradually make more and more games available for purchase on...
That's what it sounds like, yeah. They're just going to be updating and updating, adding more and more and more.
And eventually you'll be able to stick your Xbox 360 game into the Xbox One, and it'll go, hey, you own this game, you get a free download.
Right, which is awesome. I mean, that's huge. No matter how, that's absolutely huge.
Yeah. The one thing that I worry about with doing that is I have a lot of Xbox 360 games. I think everybody has a lot of Xbox 360 games. So if I put them all on my hard drive, that's going to eat up space real fucking quick,
Yeah. I know one thing, with both systems, the Sony and the Xbox, the hard drives on them, on these consoles leave a lot to be desired. I mean, using the external hard drives is pretty much a necessity.
They're both in a better position with that kind of shit than the Wii U is.
Well, yeah, I mean, what I do is,
gig.
If I play a game, I'll delete it off my console. All my saves are on there, and then it takes no time to load the fucker back on. So, if I want to get back on a game, but that's kind of how I just free up space.
Yeah, let's see what else did they show. ReCore looked cool. Gears of War looked cool. They showed Halo.
Halo looked. Last Halo game sucked. I thought it was
Halo 4.
Yeah, Halo 4 was not good. It kind of came and went, no fanfare. But Halo 5 looks fucking incredible.
I have not played Halo 4. I haven't played the series past Reach, so I can't say if Halo 4 sucked or not. But
go ahead.
I was impressed with the gun sounds in this Halo gameplay that they showed.
Yeah.
The gun sounds beefy, a lot beefier than the older Halo games, and I like that because it will make them feel more powerful when you fire them and be more fun to fire because of that.
It looks great. I mean, I'm really excited for it. It looks different enough and innovative to where it's not the exact same thing. I think they kind of learned with putting Halo 4 out that it was they tried to the different plan or whatever. I don't know. It just did not work.
Yeah, I like this having two characters thing because that gives me the idea that there will be couch co-op in it, like split screen co-op.
Yeah, right.
And I love split screen co-op.
Oh man, that's so old school. I love it.
And I hope to God they put that in the game. Let's see, what else did they show?
I thought Forza, the new Forza looked great.
Yeah, they brought out a what was it? A GT, Ford GT.
Yeah.
And that car, I'd fuck that car. That thing was so sexy. I'm joking, but yeah, that car was awesome. But yeah, they didn't show any gameplay for that one, but it was a pretty trailer, that's for sure. One thing they announced that was really, really cool.
What's up, man?
Okay, am I recording? What was the last thing you heard me say?
We were talking about the car they brought out for Forza.
That was a Ford GT, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was.
That was one sexy looking car. I loved it. And the trailer was really, really pretty and cool. And I liked that too. Oh, one other thing I absolutely love that they did was the Rare collection.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Like, Rare has so many games going from the Nintendo 64, which there's some Nintendo 64 games and other stuff that they can't get back because they're Nintendo property. But there's a whole slew of other games that they did that are just phenomenal back then that I would love to have in one big-ass collection,
Oh, yeah, no, I think it's great.
So I'm definitely down for that, definitely excited for that.
I thought the indie game Tacoma that was from the guys who did Gone Home, which was I can't remember the developer, Fulbright maybe, was that it?
That sounds right.
Yeah, they did Gone Home, which was really awesome. And Tacoma looked really cool. I mean, Xbox supporting indies is really good to see.
You know what I was happy to see, just because it's a change from the norm for them? They didn't show Call of Duty. They didn't begin or end with Call of Duty.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. And this is someone I bought that last